Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here. We are always honored when folks give us a little bit of their time, and everybody has a busy day, so we're always honored by any time you're willing to spend with us. We hope that over the next hour and 40 minutes, we can put your time to very, very good use. And that goes for our employer partners that are here, and also certainly the active duty service members that are here joining us at 50 Strong with the goal to meet directly with these employers. For those of you that I haven't met, I'm Candy Tillman. My husband Kevin and I started 50 Strong about 5 years ago, and we are always thrilled. Every day I'm still thrilled that folks are opting in to join us, particularly those of you that have joined for the very first time. And it looks like we have a whole lot of first timers here. So given that, I just want to start. 50 Strong is really about enabling strong employers as they open strong pathways and they're looking for connections to you, strong military talent. Today's effort is focused specifically around SkillBridge sharing. That is not all that we do, but today that is what we're focused on. And you can see there the companies that make all of our efforts possible. Many of them are here today, eager to talk to you about the pathways that they have specifically for SkillBridge. But again, our work would not be possible without them, and we are always immensely grateful. Here from the 50 Strong team today, we have Chantel DeWall, Kate Wood, and Cassie Hart. You'll hear from them in just a minute. But again, just want to thank our team for pulling this together, and certainly to the employer partners that are joining us. So I'm going to give you a snapshot. All the employers that you see here today are joining us. All of the ones that you see here listed are DoD authorized SkillBridge partners. And what this means is that they are authorized by the DoD to run their own SkillBridge programs. We have one employer, and that is HCA Healthcare. You won't see them on the DoD authorized list, but they do work in the SkillBridge space through Hiring Our Heroes, and they also work with us. And so we are happy to have them here with us today, although they're not listed since they're not SkillBridge partners. However, to the HCA Healthcare team, thank you for being here, and we welcome you. So for those of you that are here that are active duty service members, again, these are DoD authorized SkillBridge partners. This means these companies are leaning in to the SkillBridge program. They have folks at their companies that are very hands-on with the program. Many of them have been in the SkillBridge space for years. It is not their first rodeo. And they have learned lots and lots of best practices. They have each helped many service members into their SkillBridge programs. Many of them are veterans themselves. For those that aren't, I think we have a couple of spouses leading programs. I think we have a couple of civilians leading programs. I, again, just want to thank all the SkillBridge leaders. It's hard work. Most of their work, y'all, I'll be honest, is spent internally advocating with hiring managers across their companies to open pathways for you. So we're always so grateful for their time. But again, all of the SkillBridge programs that you see here, plus a couple more, are here, and they're all so eager to talk to you in just a minute. Next week at 50 Strong, we have big meetups like this often. Some of them have lots of employers. Some of them have lots of people at a single employer. So next week, Holy Amazon Recruiters, we have lots of Amazon recruiters that are going to be joining us next week. And then ongoing, we have big events like this all the time. These are always available to you, and we sure hope that you can tap in and leverage anytime it makes sense for you. Couple housekeeping items. We're going to be together for about 30 minutes, and then we will open up the breakout rooms for an hour. During these breakout rooms, each of these companies will host their own breakout room, and you can go talk directly to them. I encourage you, ask your questions now. They may offer you tips and ideas, things to think about. They certainly will share the opportunities that their companies have. But again, this is really just that you understand about SkillBridge. If you follow me on LinkedIn, you know that I sometimes have a tendency to get on a particular soapbox. because I really don't ever want a service member to waste their one opportunity at SkillBridge. SkillBridge is a phenomenal program, but we want it to end for you in strong employment. And so for that reason, we're hosting this event today so that you can talk to strong employers that have opportunities for you to look at. We also have been working, and particularly Chantel and Cassie have been working with each of the employers that you see here. Through the 50 Strong Opportunity Marketplace, we offer city level outreach for any DoD authorized SkillBridge partner. So our team has been working with the employers here today to make sure that all of their opportunities at the city level are included. Our team's going to drop in the URL. Please leverage that. If you are going to a specific city, just type in the city and see the opportunities that pop up, because they may look a little bit different than what you see on the DoD SkillBridge website. Also, anytime you want to have a one-to-one conversation with mentors that we value and trust, you're always welcome to tap into 50 Strong Mentor. This is a new platform that we launched about 2.5 months ago. And you are always welcome to tap into that for one-to-one conversations anytime based on your schedule. Okay, I'm going to stop my screen share. I'm going to do a quick ask. I think that we have representatives here from Marine for Life. Is that right? I'm going to look in the chat. Any Marine for Life representatives in the chat?
Hey, good afternoon. Yes, I'll speak up. I know you got at least one. My name's Matt Smith. Hey, good to see y'all. I'm out of Kentucky. So I'm with the Marine for Life Network. We help transition Marines as they make that move from active duty to civilian. And we continue to work with veterans of all services. I'm the one based out of Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky. And I still continue to serve in the reserves as a lieutenant colonel, and my day job is with Humana.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. We work closely with the Marine for Life Network. Also, Army Soldier for Life has shared out about this event. So thank you so much, Matthew, for being here. We value both of those organizations so much.
Likewise, pleasure.
Thank you. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Cassie on our team to introduce a couple of our partners that we'd like for you to hear from before we open the breakout rooms. I'm going to challenge each of the speakers. If you can maybe, in your intro, if you can just maybe offer one piece of advice that you want active duty service members to know now about SkillBridge, we would really appreciate that too. All right, Cassie, over to you.
Wonderful. Thank you. And thank you to all of our sponsors for joining us. We're going to start off with Sydney from Johnson & Johnson.
Hi, everyone, and good morning, good afternoon. Thank you all for joining today. My name is Sydney. I'm the SkillBridge Program Manager at Johnson & Johnson. I'm also an active duty military spouse. I've been serving in this community for around 15 years now. I'll be joined in the breakout room with my amazing colleague, Antoinette, who is one of our recruiters and also a coordinator for our SkillBridge program at J&J. As some of you may know, Johnson & Johnson is a large and broadly based healthcare company, which means we have various job functions to help keep us running. This includes anything from supply chain, operations, sales, finance, engineering, R&D. We have various locations across the US, with our headquarters being in New Brunswick as well. So outside of our direct hire roles, we have a variety of dedicated pathways for transitioning service members. Opportunities include obviously our SkillBridge program. We also have our MVLDP, or our Military Veteran Leadership Development Program. We have a Military Spouse Fellowship Program and a Veteran Sales Associate pathway as well. For anyone that is a student veteran, we also have student pathways, co-op programs as well. And then just to touch on a little piece of advice as far as SkillBridge goes, I think Antoinette, my colleague, can agree that networking is going to be your best friend. So that's my piece of advice that I have. We look forward to meeting you all in our breakout room.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sydney. And Jamie from Cushman & Wakefield.
Thanks, Cassie. Well, hello, welcome everyone. Thank you for your service. Thank you for being here. My name is Jamie McCall, representing Cushman & Wakefield. I'm the Military and Veterans Program Manager. I'm also a veteran of the Ohio Army National Guard from many moons ago. I'm joined here also by my awesome colleague, Billy Flagg, who is also a veteran of the Army and also a product of the SkillBridge program. If you're not familiar with who Cushman & Wakefield is, I would say look for our big red signs. We are everywhere, from west to east, north to south, and all kinds of pockets in the middle. We oversee 6 billion square foot of property. We facilitate the sales and the leasing and the purchasing of buildings and skyscrapers and retail shopping centers, industrial, manufacturing, multifamily properties, a couple of NFL stadiums. Some of our clients are on this call, like Verizon and Fiserv and Amazon, and shout out to Matthew Smith because Humana is also a client of ours. We have over 50,000 employees globally, 400 offices here in the United States, around 35,000 employees, a little over 1,400 veterans. We have brought in 113 service members through the SkillBridge program in over 35 different types of positions with a 95% intention to offer rate, and a little over 250 military spouses. Roles that we hire for can range from a property administrator that leads into property management, on the skilled trade side, from a maintenance tech to a chief engineer, operations, procurement, construction project management, finance, HR, accounting, marketing, and so much more. My piece of advice, if you're seeking a SkillBridge opportunity, and you'll probably hear this a lot from other employers, is certainly the networking piece. But just like you do in the military, pull up your bootstraps, ask those questions, talk to others that have gone before you. So many of our successes that we have brought in through SkillBridge is because of the veterans here that have went before them. You don't know what you don't know. Reading a job description at a company website is scratching the surface. Ask those important questions, learn about all the variety of opportunities, and you'll feel so much more prepared once you get through that process. So thanks so much for being here. Look forward to chatting with you in the breakout room. Thanks, Cassie.
Thanks for joining us, Jamie. And now we'll move over to HCA Healthcare with Dr. Roach.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shambhala Roach, and today I'll be joined by Ricky in the breakout room, our military sourcer. Just a bit about HCA Healthcare. We have over 190 facilities and 2,400 centers of care across 20 states, as well as in the United Kingdom. So we are international, and much more than just being a healthcare provider. We do have several different roles and opportunities available for people, such as project management, IT, supply chain, logistics, you name it. So there's a lot of different roles that we have available. We're headquarters out of Tennessee. And I kid you not, probably 2 hours ago, I finally got notification that we officially have our MOU signed. So we will be a DoD SkillBridge participant as well too, and have everything set up. But during that time frame, we were hiring our heroes for our SkillBridge, and with that, over the 4-year time period, we had 28 participants. With those 28 participants, we have about a 90% offer rate for those who are participating in our program. And our program, the reason why it's a bit of a delay with our MOU, how we do the process, is that it's really different. We don't put people in places as far as with borders. We look at you as a candidate and see if there's an available position available, advocate for you, and to convert that into a SkillBridge position. So prime example, and that's why I'm glad Ricky is on the call with me, because I always throw this one out there. We've even placed a COO in a position as well too, because based on your military experience and seeing what roles that we have available, that's what we'll end up doing, is putting you in those spaces where we feel that you would be a good fit so that we can retain you in the future. So we do not want to just place you into a blanket position and just believe that that's where you belong just because you're transitioning over into the civilian sector as well. So because of that, it does take a little bit longer for us to work with people in these different positions, but it's starting to drum up a lot of interest within our organization with the participants that we've had. I will say we have 3 people who have just came on for their SkillBridge and already are walking in with an offer in hand. So I will say that when it comes to SkillBridge, when it comes to my piece of advice, is don't walk into the conversation saying, I'll do anything. You absolutely have to have an idea of what it is that you want to do, where it is that you're trying to go, so that people can have that tailored conversation with you and put you in those appropriate places. And that's also where those hiring outcomes are, because I can't hire just anything. So we have to have an idea what it is that we're looking for, where it is that you're trying to go. And I will say with HCA Healthcare, if we don't accept you for a SkillBridge, it's not that you're not employable. It's just that we did not have an opportunity available for you at that time. But we will continue to work with you and advocate for you afterwards. And if that's as a student veteran in one of our programs, we'll do that. But if not, and you're looking for an employment opportunity afterwards, we will assist you with that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And now we are going to hear from Mr. Jaron Wall from Wells Fargo.
Thanks, Cassie. Hey, everyone. So I'm Jaron Wall. Been at Wells Fargo now about 3 years. So I'm actually a product of our program. So I actually joined Wells through our military apprentice program. I've been in the Army National Guard here in North Carolina for 15 years, a mortarman throughout most of that, and a recruiter on the active side prior to coming to Wells. If this grunt can make it to HR, anyone can do whatever pivot you'd like to do, I promise. So Wells is a pretty large organization. We've got 15 different business divisions, everything from the banking aspect that I think we all think of when we think of a large bank, from corporate investment banking, consumer small business banking, consumer lending, right? But on the inside of that, you have all of the support that happens as well. So you've got human resources, the actual integral finance, legal, right? Corporate risk is a massive piece of our organization. That's where we see a lot of military members land. And so there's a lot of other things to think about other than simply the finance piece, unless that's your jam, in which case we have that for you as well. The things I want to highlight is we have 5 different military hiring programs and initiatives. So we've got something to try to fit just about anyone, and that includes our Booster Banking initiative, our actual SkillBridge program, which is the corporate fellowship program through Hiring Our Heroes, our Veteran Experienced Talent program, our VET program. We've got some stuff up at the moment for that. And our current cohort, our Military Apprentice program, which is also a massive opportunity. It's how I joined Wells. That is actually, we've got 27 branch banking or branch management military apprentice positions posting on Monday. And then our Military Spouse Homefront Heroes hiring program as well. So there's a lot of different avenues in. And the thing that I want to highlight for those in that process right now is get to know who you are, right? Get to know what your goals are. You know, we talked about location, where you want to land, right? All those things, but get to know what drives you, because you can get your foot in the door, but it might be the wrong building, right? So make sure it's the right building that you're getting your foot into the door, and that'll really help you out along the pathway if you start where you want to be. And that pretty much ties it up for me. I appreciate the time, and I look forward to getting to know everyone.
Thank you so much, Jaron. It's great to see you. All right, Mr. McCoy from Verizon.
Hey, everybody. Great to be here. Congratulations on this step in your journey of your military career. I'm Michael from Verizon. We have lots of opportunities across the board for SkillBridge and opportunities through the Hiring Our Heroes program. We have our own MOU, and we utilize Hiring Our Heroes cohorts. We release positions that we tie to open regular positions inside of our organization that we're looking to fill. And so we fill those, and ultimately there's a job on the back end. I'm going to curse. As long as you don't shit the bed, it's up to you to win that job. And so Kate's a lady there, and she's never heard bad words before. And so, you know, you got to come in and you really got to make sure that you understand what you're going to do. I thought I was going to poo-poo on everybody's feelings with mine, but like Shambhala said it, several other people said it. Like you can have the put me in coach mentality, but a closed mouth doesn't get fed. If you don't know what you want to do, they're not going to tell you. They're just not. The emails that say, hey, what jobs do you have for me? What skill bridges can I do? Like, I can't pick it for you. That's not how this world works anymore. You've got to figure it out. You got to step it up. You know, you got to lift yourself up by your bootstraps, as we've all said. So understand what you want to do. Figure out what building you need to be in. I'm just going to use everybody's words today. Figure all of that out and make sure that you know what decisions you're making that lead to ultimate full-time employment opportunity at the end of your fellowship or SkillBridge opportunity. That is very, very important because you only get to do this once. We all transition every day. I have the same conversation 10 times a day with service members. Some of them listen, some of them don't. We're going to shoot it straight to you all and tell you correctly what we think is the best way to do it, because we watched tons of people ahead of you do it. I had a conversation with a 2-star yesterday. I was like, hey, you're probably going to have an easier transition than a lot of E5s. And so you've got to think about, how have you negatively or positively impacted people's transition in the rest of your time in the military? It goes across the board. Think about what you're doing to set yourself and others around you up for success with your transition and the experiences that you have. So, well, also Edmundo Prado, who's a SkillBridge participant from Verizon, will be in the room with me. He's a recruiter. I'm a recruiter. We're here to help you. Have a good rest of your day.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And Barbara from United Health Group, thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Cassie. Hi, everybody. My name is Barbara Beltram, and I am the representative from United Health Group, which is probably one of the largest companies that you may not have heard of, at least until recent events. I am a retired Navy chief and a product of our SkillBridge program as well. The program at United Health Group is very similar to some of the others that you've heard. We create, develop, individualize the program for the service member. I do not have open vacant roles that I can convert into SkillBridge. And so what I want to do is talk to you, figure out what it is you're looking for, all these things that everybody's told you to come prepared with when you're talking to a program manager, so that we can try to create something that aligns with not only what it is you're looking for, but what are we forecasted to hire for. It is the goal and the intention of our company, as well as you've heard everybody else, to hire you. But it is not guaranteed. And so that is definitely something that is not mandated from the DoD. We do not have to hire you, and you do not have to accept a job offer from an organization either. So it does go both ways. But coming with your best foot forward and being prepared to discuss with us what it is you're looking for is going to be crucial, so that we can develop a program for you. Our organization has, we're Fortune 3. We just bumped up. So we're the third largest company in the country. We are the largest healthcare industry provider in the country as well. We have 34 job families and over 3,000 job codes. So just like Michael said, I can't tell you what I have for you. I need to know what you want, and then we make the match that way. And it is a little bit more focused. And for service members transitioning out, that can be a little bit hard and daunting to figure out, what do I want to ask for? Because you probably haven't asked for anything in a long time, even if you're a 4-year first termer or you're retiring after 30. So it's important that you are aware of what you want. Our vacancies are not posted on 50strong Opportunity Marketplace, so please don't look on there and think that we're not an option for you. We are very, very individualized, and so we don't actually post things on there because it changes more often than I can keep up with it. So it's really, and that individual screening is what we need to start with when it comes to the way United Health Group operates. We also are one of the organizations that likely will have a remote role. Vast majority of our SkillBridge providers do work from home. And let me just say this, it means that the job also is work from home. A paid employment job is work from home. It is not those organizations that are no longer on the list that are doing remote work and not actually providing any value. It is something that will likely lead to employment in that same work arrangement. I have been working from home for 4 years since I retired from the Navy, and it's not going anywhere. So keep that in mind when you're looking at and thinking of remote. It is not a self-paced certification. It is literally you're on the call on Teams with your group, doing what you need to do and getting your work done in your own private office space, as opposed to in a cubicle in a building. So I kind of gave a lot of advice throughout my little intro, but the one thing I will say is don't discount any industry. There's so many people who are, maybe they're coming out of a specific space, supply chain, so they need to go to these major supply chain corporations. But like HCA Healthcare and Johnson & Johnson and I have all said, supply chain fits in healthcare too, right? And in Verizon and all these different organizations, we have most of what people are looking for. And so if you think that you don't fit, you're taking yourself out of opportunity. So keep that in mind as you're doing your research. And then the last thing I'll just say is don't take anything personal. Like some people have said already, you not getting an opportunity does not mean you're unemployable. But if you let it get you down, it's going to definitely contribute to how motivated you are to stay on the course to find what fits for you. So don't ever take it personal. Even if you know all of us on the call and none of us can find a SkillBridge for you, we are all still in your corner and want to help, even if it's not in the capacity that you originally were desiring. So keep your heads up, keep pushing, stay motivated, and use us. So thanks, Cassie.
Wonderful, Barbara. Thank you so much. And we also have CVS Health with us. And so, Raf, thank you so much for joining.
Yeah, not a problem. Thanks, Cassie. I'll try to make this quick. I know we're running short on time. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for your service and congratulations to getting to this exciting and sometimes scary point in your career. So thanks for joining. Today, we want to talk about our store manager and training program in our room. Some of the other things that we offer is some pre-employment services with helping you with the resumes and that kind of stuff for when SkillBridge is not your thing. Want to call out, I am on a mentorship program here with 50 Strong, so please book some time. I don't care if you just want to talk about how much you hate transition. That's what I'm here for. My piece of advice would be, it's okay to finish up a SkillBridge program and say that was not for me. That's part of the process. You kind of figuring out what it is that you want to do with your life. And we see far too many times that people get out, jump on the first job that they can get, and now your resume for the next year is 4 jobs that you had because you couldn't figure out where you were happy at. So take it as an opportunity for you to test drive the company too, to make an informed decision when you're getting out. Thanks, Cassie.
You bet. Thank you so much. And Marcus from John Deere, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, everyone. My name's Marcus. I'm a military outreach coordinator here at John Deere. I'm always super excited to be here with you all, but today, especially just because it's SkillBridge, a more SkillBridge centric event. So my team here at John Deere has all served in some capacity. My close teammate Jess and I were always attached at the hip. So regardless of where you see us, we're more than likely together. But unfortunately, she's not able to make it today. But we're both active or former active duty Air Force, current military spouses. We also have a couple enlisted Marines on the team too. So as a military program, we naturally have a deep appreciation for the skills, the knowledge, the work ethic, and some of the experiences that service members bring to the table. And of course, we're always looking for ways to bring that talent into our team at John Deere. So our team has a special energy reserved and place when it comes to SkillBridge internships. We believe this program, bar none, has been extremely valuable for us and a successful tool for us. But more importantly, to you all too, to test drive us as a company and see why we have over 117 hires from internships. Now that's hires from internships. That's not total internships we've offered. So with that, we have a 90% offer rate at the end of all of our internships. So a hugely successful program. We take a very rare white glove approach to every single active duty service member that fills out that contact card for our program. We assign everyone with a one-on-one coordinator who personally takes the time to meet with you directly to learn more about your specific, unique situation and your needs and how we can assist you in getting your foot in the door at any one of our nationwide dealerships. This is very uncommon that a full team is dedicated to setting aside time to meet with each and every candidate to give them that personalized attention and pretty much hand carry their resume, their backgrounds to that proper channel to ensure that service member is being seen or that resume is properly being seen and looked at. Full transparency, we are majority actively hiring and interning maintenance technicians nationwide in all 50 states really to keep those green machines humming, right? But regardless of the state you have in mind, I promise you we have a technician SkillBridge internship available at most, or if not all of our 2,000 locations across the country, Alaska, Hawaii included, so yes. But we also have opportunities for part specialists, sales reps at select locations to keep those, keep the equipment and supplies moving. I'd be blown away if we don't have anything at least within 50 miles of where you would want to be. So if you're looking for your next kind of maintenance mission and location is paramount for you and has been your biggest obstacle, let's talk. Stop by the breakout room, ask some questions. We'll have a super casual conversation. Looking forward to it. And really quick, my piece of advice, I know a lot of people say network, 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 take all the coffee chats you can, and that's absolutely true. But for me, I want to say make sure you take every single one as serious as you can, because you never know when that one coffee chat is going to lead to that role. And that's exactly how I got this role here. Randomly met with one of my teammates. I thought it was just a very casual conversation. I made sure I dressed nicely. I combed my hair, brushed my teeth, and lo and behold, it ended up becoming a job. So take every single interaction that you have as serious as possible, and you just never know. So thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. That was some great advice. Rebecca from Lowe's, last but definitely not least.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rebecca. I'm an early and emerging recruiter here at Lowe's. So really a lot of what I do is our SkillBridge program. So obviously you see us and are probably there on the weekends, maybe getting ready for fall. And those, what is it, 100-foot skeletons that we ran out of last year. So get there early. But also our SkillBridge program is nationwide. So similar to Marcus, we've hosted in Alaska, we've hosted in Hawaii. And again, where you want to go back to, we probably have a SkillBridge opportunity there because there are Lowe's across the country. Our program is 12 weeks or 84 days. I know there are several changing aspects when it comes to SkillBridge and timelines. And for those of you who do only have 60 days, we are willing to work with those timelines to be able to accommodate you still having the opportunity to participate in a SkillBridge. Our cohorts start monthly, so again, super flexible. We really try to make sure that you guys won't miss out on an opportunity. And understanding everybody's transition timeline is just a little bit different. We do sit at a 90% offer rate for our fellows. 11% of our associates are from the military community. Outside of stores, we do have SkillBridge fellowships, which is going to be ran by my counterpart at our corporate office in Mooresville or Charlotte, North Carolina. She has done great in opening up different pathways from district HR business partners to some of our smaller supply chain facilities to product manager SkillBridge opportunities. So again, many other companies, we have support functions that there are opportunities within Lowe's, but we do a lot of workforce development on the front end. So again, you don't want to take it personally that we may not have a SkillBridge opportunity for you at that time, but it's more than likely because it's not going to be tied to an opportunity. And we understand that you guys are taking a chance on us. So we want to make sure that we provide all of that information. Don't put you guys in a position where you're not set up for success after the military. Outside of that, for my piece of advice is those of you who are in here that are early, you've heard a lot of people talking about know what you want to do and network. I do agree with networking because this is actually how I got the job at Lowe's, is my current boss. I partnered with him through the USO, and he knew as a military spouse I didn't have a job, so definitely network. But also if you're far out, make sure you start looking at the jobs you want to potentially do and start looking at what experiences, what certifications they want, what kind of degrees do they want. So that way you can start building up to that piece as you transition and you have an idea of what experiences those positions are looking for. We also help service members that already transitioned out with full-time opportunity have a military spouse fellowship, again, nationwide, with a military spouse transfer policy in place. So we will transfer your employment. And we've had spouses move into store manager positions, as well as HR business partner positions. And what I will tell you is that those store manager positions make more than that service member, if not twice as much, up into the higher officer ranks. So a great opportunity for military spouses as well. So come join our breakout room, and we'd love to talk to you.
Y'all, so I just want to thank those of you that that just shared. So for everybody that's here, we intentionally let our introduction time go a little bit longer than normal because I wanted you to hear directly from folks at employers, especially if it helps you think about SkillBridge for context. So here's what we're going to do. I have just a couple of things that I want to call out. You will still have your full hour in the breakout room. So we'll give you the full hour. I'm going to share a couple of things with you before we let you go to the breakout rooms, okay? One, Rebecca just said a term, and what she said was, we do workforce development on the front end. This is really important. In simple language, what that means, and you heard this mentioned from some others, what this means is that they really only want to bring you in for SkillBridge if there is a full-time opportunity, because that is how we get to increase likelihood of employment on the back end. That is hard work to do on the front end, but it is really important. Rebecca, I want to thank you for calling that out. Also, for our partners that mentioned their conversion rates, active duty service members, I encourage you, ask every single SkillBridge partner if they can share with you their conversion to full-time employment for their program. It's not a rude question. You can ask it in a nice way. The strong ones that have good conversion will be happy to share that with you. If you run into a program that is hesitant to share that with you, that might be a red flag. I also just want to point out, just yesterday on LinkedIn, I saw somebody say, oh, should I go to a program that'll help me get all these certs because it's remote and I have time to unwind? Or should I focus on an employer-based internship? Y'all, SkillBridge is not a vacation. Certs without employer experience may not get you as far as you are led to believe by those that offer certs. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Thank you for being here to talk to employers that offer employment. Also, hiring our heroes was mentioned a couple of times. I just want to call out, hiring our heroes is a third-party facilitator of the SkillBridge program. There are several different third-party facilitators. When you hear employers talking about the third party that they work with, that means that is a reputable third party. Not all organizations will work with employers in such a way. Fourth, SkillBridge is for all ranks, active duty and enlisted. Last but not least, Barbara, can you go up just a little bit? So instead of the wrap up, here's the giveaway. After the event, if you could please share about what you learned about SkillBridge on LinkedIn, tag the employers that you talked with, tag the SkillBridge leaders that you talked with, share with us what you learned, tag 50 strong. We're going to give away up to 3 of those 50 strong hoodies. If you prefer a t-shirt or a hat, we can do that. We're going to give away a couple of those over the next 24 hours to folks that have creative posts or insightful posts or anything else. Okay, with that, we're going to go ahead and open up the breakout rooms. Employers, if you can go ahead and navigate into your breakout rooms, that would be amazing. For all of you that are here, if you have been to 50 strong or if you've ever used Zoom and you know how to use the breakout rooms, please go ahead. You have 1 full hour. If you are new and you're not sure what I'm talking about, there should be a button on your screen called breakout rooms. Click that button and it will show you all the employers that are here today to talk about their SkillBridge opportunities and programs. You can move into that room on your own. When you're ready to go into a different room, you hit leave room. You'll come back into the main session with us, and then you can pick a new room to go into. We will send 15-minute reminders just to help you keep up with the time. You can ignore it if you want, or you can feel free to use that as a nudge to move around to another room. Really important, when you are in your breakout rooms, I beg you, please make sure that you know what your follow-ups should be for each employer. They may be different. Please make sure that you know what your follow-ups are and then get after it based on whatever you hear from these employers. If you have issues moving in and out of breakout rooms, use the chat box, tell us your name and the room you want to go into, and we can manually move you. A little Chantel sent you the 5-minute note and I decided, you know what, let's just pull everybody back because I want to do a super quick wrap up. That's my fault. My apologies. Thank you for being here today. I hope you've gotten some amazing information. We have tons of upcoming 50 Strong efforts. You are always welcome back at 50 Strong anytime. Also, I just want to remind everybody, the Opportunity Marketplace gets updated every day, and we have lots of SkillBridge opportunities included there, plus non-SkillBridge opportunities, but certainly SkillBridge opportunities included there at the city level. SkillBridge partners, this is free for any DoD authorized SkillBridge partners, and this gets updated often. You can search easily, start by state, and then select your city. You can use this anytime. And then don't forget about our new 50 Strong Mentor platform. Many of the employers that are here today are as mentors. We have lots of others, and we encourage you to please use that. Last but not least, y'all, please, I cannot impress upon you enough. Please, all the follow-ups that you were given today, please get after those. I heard a couple of you talking about how you were going to wait for a resume release. Here's my advice on that. Don't wait for anybody. The employers are here. They've told you what to do. Be proactive with these employers. Do not wait for anybody. It is not how civilian employment works. Please be proactive, and that's why you're here today. Again, if you learn something new, we encourage you to share it on LinkedIn. Tag us. We will give away a couple of hoodies that Barbara Beltram is wearing. Barbara, can you pop up just one more minute? Thank you. And again, thank you all so much for being here. To our sponsors that make all of our efforts possible, we couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much. All right, everybody, we're ending on time. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.